Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. Come on. Beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. A merry little Christmas.
I see it, y'all. Thank you. Not y'all telling me I'm late in the chat. Like, give me 5 minutes. Sometimes we have issues back here. Welcome, 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 everybody. It is almost Christmas, and I thought it would be only right for us to get into some holiday stuff. And what's better holiday stuff than Best Man's Holiday? I mean, not too much, right? If you guys are just getting in here, if this is your first time here, do know that you need to come off up in here and hit the like button like you mean it. Comment like you mean it, not only on my platform, but the ladies backstage as well as we get into this movie. Y'all, it's almost Christmas. What y'all bought for Christmas? Did y'all shop for Christmas? Did y'all put a tree up? What are the plans? Put them in the chat. I'm nosy and I would love to know. Not gonna waste no time. Let me go ahead and bring the both of my girls out and see what they have going on. How are you guys feeling?
I'm feeling good. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah,
Happy
yeah,
holidays, y'all.
yeah. What y'all got planned for Christmas? I'm nosy with y'all too.
Girl, some gumbo and a crab boil. That's
I mean,
about
you
it.
said it all casual. That's expensive. Some gumbo and a crab. You needed the both.
Well,
Gumbo.
Bay needs it. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's fun just to go a little bit above and beyond.
Mm,
I am a Christmas Eve open presenter. So
ah,
well, it's not Christmas Eve, but it's midnight that we open presents. That's like our tradition. So we'll do eggnog, watch It's a Wonderful Life. He want to watch The Wiz. And I'm gonna
ah.
relent because it's Christmas. But sir, that's not a Christmas movie. But yeah, that's all I got going on.
Miss One. EJ, what about you? What are you doing for Christmas?
I mean, honestly, I'm not really doing much of anything. Just going to be, preparing for the next. Well, I mean, we're gonna barbecue. I mean, we're in Texas, so it's always a reason to barbecue in
Yeah.
Texas. And nobody wants traditional food on Christmas for whatever reason, so that's what we're gonna do is barbecue and just hang out, and that's it. Like nothing major.
Y'all already know how I post up for Christmas. I'm a Halloweener. You know, if anything, I'm a Easter. Never been really too big on Christmas, but I do celebrate because I do have babies and they want to feel special and unwrap stuff. So we are gonna most definitely do that. But if I already cook for Thanksgiving, don't ask me nothing about about no Christmas. Okay, invite me somewhere. I don't want to do no cooking. But if Ashley was closer, I
I
would
know
have.
her babies are gonna be like, Mama, can you go and get a chicken and pluck the feathers and boil it and make us some? something from scratch. You know her kids don't have
Girl,
special requests.
stay with the damn special request. Like my name Florence. Like Lord, I'm trying to be on here with y'all and do videos. Well, let's go ahead and get started because we got some movie to talk about. We got the best man's holiday to talk about. And I think for anybody who isn't like a huge fan of maybe more so the Christmas movies, this is a general one where it don't have to be all of that. You can get into this regardless of if you like Christmas movies or not. But of course, if you are not new here, then you already know that it's not just the best man's holiday. It's the best man, then the best man's holiday, and then they closed us out, kept it real cute with the best man final chapters. Perfect for me. This is the perfect like film slash, miniseries. It's such a fulfilling situation. I watching this every time I watch any of the Best Man installments, it reminds me of us needing more of us on screen, all in abundance at the same time. Because I was trying to think of a franchise like other than this one, and maybe like a house party situation. We rarely get a double dose, triple dose, part one, part two, all black cast. It's pretty rare. So that makes this special. And not only for that reason, but they are all like really damn good. All of these installments are really good, and this is one of the casts for them to be like such a pretty big cast. Everybody has really, really good chemistry, regardless of the script and how good the writing is, how funny it is. Their chemistry is what sells. Everybody fine. That's always good, but the chemistry is what sells it for me. But EJ, I'm going to come to you first. How do you feel about the Best Man films show overall? And out of all three, which one of these are your favorite?
Yeah, so I absolutely love The Best Man. I thought that they did it right. I mean, even after all the years had passed, after we got The Best Man was just great, right? And
Mhm.
then a lot of times with movies, you're left wondering like what happened, what's going down. Like I always wondered about these characters. Like you really get tied into the characters from the very first Best Man. And then they follow it up later with the Best Man holiday, and we get this extremely, and y'all know I'm very emotional, and we get this extremely emotional movie that just had me all over the place the entire time because it's just a lot going on. But then they come back and they follow it up with the Best Man final chapters, which I felt like was genius because now it feels like we followed them their entire lives. We get it, we understand that these are real life people, but these characters are real to me. You know what I mean? Like these characters feel real, feel like somebody that you would know, and you got to take a glimpse into their life all these years later to see where they were and what was happening. And I thought that that was amazing. And to be fair, I honestly, I love these all the same, but I will tell you that I was probably more emotionally invested in the Best Man holiday because I do love Christmas. But
Mhm.
this one right here was just, I felt like this one right here made you feel all the feels. And so I feel more connected to that one. But the Best Man, the final chapters definitely did a great job at wrapping it all up.
Mine is gonna always be the best man. Like I love all of these, but the best man is just so good, and it's just your first introduction to the characters. And what I love overall is how uh, Malcolm, I think it's Malcolm D. Lee, how he is able to write and kind of pay homage to the previous film and do callbacks, and it's never shoehorned or forced in. It's just really subtle in all these nuances to make you remember why you fell in love with these characters in the first place. All of these characters remain consistent for umpteen years, which is really, really good writing. But yeah, other than this, and I think we had to, I seen Dane put the Bad Boys in there, but yeah, we don't have a lot of installments. That's what makes it special for me. Ashley, what about you? Overall thoughts, and which one of these are your favorite?
I might listen. I'm probably gonna come across as the Grinch right now because I sat up and I rewatched The Best Man Holiday. And if you guys don't know, I'm fairly new, right? Like I think I watched The Best Man the first time last year. I had watched The Best Man Holiday. First of all, for Christmas, I don't want to cry for sad reasons on Christmas, okay? I don't. I don't want to be placed in that mental conundrum. I hate it. Like, let's be honest, all of these characters are problematic in my mind. As I'm watching it today, I am just aggravated with each and every single character. However, the director knows how to tell a story. He knows how to build a character. And for that reason, I'm probably going to go The Best Man as being my favorite, just because I feel like it was such a strong introduction and all of these characters were vastly different. I like that he creates Black characters that are not monolithic, right? Shelby is not going to be Mia. Mia's not Jordan. Like, I love how they're so diverse, and the same with the men. But if I can be honest, these characters are problematic as hell. Harper don't need to be nobody's friend. That would not be anybody's dying wish. No, my husband needs you. No, he don't. He needs to go the hell away from Harper. Harper has and always will be one of the most selfish, stupid individuals I've ever seen. But yeah, and if we're gonna go, and I did like the Best Man final chapters. I thought it was cute, but yeah, the original Best Man for me.
Yeah, these characters are a choice. Everybody here is a freaking choice. But before we dive into maybe running it back for the Best Man holiday, because I'm not under the impression that you guys just recently watched this movie or just because it's holiday, so we will have a little run through of the movie as a whole. But before we do that, Ashley, I'm gonna come to you because you had the smoke for the characters. If you had to choose one of these men to be your husband, and you don't get to opt out, who are you choosing between the four to be your husband?
Merch. That's a good man, Savannah. Merch. That's a good. I don't have time for your redemption. I don't have time for the ebony thumper hump or whatever to be spreading it low and laying it wide. I don't have time for Harper to be lying to me, and I don't have time for Terrence to just be a pimp or a menace to society, whatever he's claiming to be. So it's going to be Merch for me. He going to hold me down, even if I was a woman of ill repute, a woman of the night. He's going to have my back. He's going to love me down boots anyway. Merch. That's a good man.
Chat, y'all let me know down there in the bottom which one of the ladies that you would pick to be your wife, or which one of these men here that you would pick to be your husband if you had no choice. EJ, what about you? Who are you picking to wed with?
Girl, it's Lance all day long. That is not even a question or a thought for me. First and foremost, Lance was devoted to his wife. You know, like Lance was 100% devoted. He was a devoted father. He was a good friend as well. You know, I like Lance, the overall character. This was probably the first time we got introduced from Ricky to Lance. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, but this is nostalgia for me. And every time I look at him, I always just all I can think about is like this was the introduction to what would become the heartthrob of the shit of life, forget century of life. So I'm going with Lance all day, every day. Maybe it's because it's Morris. Maybe it's because I just love Lance. I don't know. I can't tell you. They're one and the same to me right now, but all day.
I don't know, because you know, Merch is Merch. The ideal husband on paper, and you know, in real life would be Merch, but it's not like a little steam. I'm gonna go over there with Lance.
No.
I'm gonna go. As toxic as Lance is, it is something really comforting about. Though they are biased, though it's all types of hypocrisy, those traditional old school values, like I'm trying to be barefoot and pregnant. I don't care. Stay in the house. Yeah, okay, baby, I'll be in there. I'll be in there. I'll be here after you finish with your game. So put some Bengay on your shoulders, because
not after we get through the Hunger Games of hoeing. Literally, I'm not going through that level of struggle to get to the white picket. No, Merch gonna hold me down. College. No.
Oh no, he was laying it low the whole time. EJ, college, when he went to the NFL, he was having a good time out there on Mia, and that's when she got that vengeance, because it was like, not only did you try me in college, but you've tried me throughout our whole relationship up until the point that we got married, and it was like, okay, monogamy in marriage is supposed to suppress my desire to want to sleep with other women. He had been laying it low and spreading wide, child. He was never prepared for her to do the same. Very quiet, Flintstone caveman type of mentality, but I'm pulling up on Lance. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, for me, Merch, I don't want to struggle with it. Merch is gonna provide. He's gonna work that job. He's gonna do everything, and he's gonna come right home. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta worry about Merch.
He is, but
there was a soft, like really like demure sensitivity to Merch that I can really appreciate, but You know I'm
Tyler
always
tried to
trying
get her
to.
backbone out.
He is not pulling no hair. He is not choking you a little bit. He is not doing none of that. Let's just keep it real. But
I most
merch,
definitely, but no,
love
it's
merch, but
something.
no.
It's something unattractive in those first, especially that first installment. How Shelby was able to wrap merch around her finger. Like I need a little foot down, a little put that foot down type of energy. And if I had to, pick the lesser of two evils, at least I'm gonna go with Lance. Harper was already diabolical, and he was afraid to commit to somebody. Like Harper was the prize. Like I ain't got time. I ain't got time for Harper. And Quentin over there was just, yeah, that's a special case. But
Totally different.
let me go ahead and take this down so we can get into the best man holiday in under 7 minutes. So we can, reminisce about what happened and talk over it as we go along. Let's go down memory lane because I didn't remember everything that happened.
This one
Still
is
messy.
determined to come out first.
Everything looks okay though, right, Doc?
Mm-hmm. But we need to schedule a C-section.
You're not saying bed rest, right?
Look, if that's what it takes.
Lance Sullivan, your friend Lance Sullivan.
I know.
Ka-ching! You get him to commit to you being the author of his bio, you're gonna get an advance like that.
Well, you better hurry up because your fans are waiting. It's been like, what, 3 years now? Brian's my boyfriend.
Oh!
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Like the ski in Vermont.
Well,
I hate you so much. Get out of my office.
chocolate girls.
they make me sick.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
What?
so much chemistry.
Hands up! No, don't. Oh my God.
And I hope to one day be on strange for some change, boy.
You got a long way to go.
Wanted it to be a surprise.
Oh, well, Harp's good for that.
Does Mia look thin to you?
Yeah, he is.
The woman that you slept with.
The way Harper would have never been invited to my home.
Prada?
Oh, come on, Ash. Come on. It was a mistake.
Harper was not a
Mia
good friend
chose
to him.
him.
What? I won't bite.
Harper, he's the worst kind of something.
Damn, nigga, you writing a book?
That is gonna be a big baby.
Yeah, again. He's an opportunist.
Girl, look at this.
I mean,
The way that
beautiful
laugh
baby.
lasted forever.
Forever.
Can I use your phone?
My cell? In my hand?
Would you hand me that?
I love that part.
To everybody. You're doing a bio on Lance, aren't you?
Yeah. What do you think?
I think it's
Their relationship disgusts me
I
so
gotta figure out
much.
an approach.
Commitment phobe.
No, I'm not a commitment phobe. I just don't do it as often as you do. Jordan, this is the longest relationship you've ever had.
If it didn't matter to you then, why in the hell is it mattering to you now?
Now I have $2 million to raise, and I have 2 little girls.
Would you stop saying that, please?
You married a stripper.
But sometimes you act like you don't need me.
I'm in love with a stripper.
Is that a lot of work?
I'm fine, Harper.
The way they ate
You cool?
this white man for them final captains.
Money-wise.
No, I'm cool. That always happens. I gotta call the company because it's getting embarrassing.
No, this is embarrassing, man. I'm your man.
His baby and his book is brilliant. You read
I
his
love
book?
Quentin so much.
He's actually the best. I mean, as far as being a real person, of all of them.
The real one. I know I love this because Morris goes on record saying that he hates dancing. This is the least favorite thing to do, but he danced for this movie.
And he did a great job too. Look at Come on, get off of Harp. Come on, back over here to.
Nobody come to see you, Otis. We do not want to see you.
Jordan know about
Poor
your
Merch.
heart failure. Lance, what about? You mean about his bio? Harper, is
He
that over
always lying.
here?
And why you fired me?
Why would you keep that from me?
Because he's a liar.
It's been so beautiful, and I don't want to ruin it. I need you to be there for him.
I just came to dance for y'all, that's all.
You can't give up.
We're not giving up. It's God's turn. He'll see her through this. We're praying.
Nikki,
every day.
dance breaks are fun.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Keisha? Kelly, go get your stuff.
Go upstairs.
Stay here. Can somebody please tell me why he chose this $5 hole
We're
over me?
out.
Yeah, but I didn't swallow dick for tips, you dirty skank. Lonely, miserable bitch. It's called fucking alimony.
You say good.
Take your ass.
Real good.
Screaming monkey. You call us stupid? I scream monkey all over your ass.
Yeah, come on, girl, we're gonna be ladies. I don't care. Make an excuse.
Oh, well, girl.
No one gets to see this.
Hey, it's gonna be
The
around for
way,
you
the
to
way
get
they had Mia looking. Whew,
Somebody.
she looks so tired.
Like it?
Oh,
Yeah. How'd you do this?
Did what was really going on with your book. I wanted to inspire you.
I just feel like I'm too late. And what?
I bet you did.
We're right on time.
Oh, Jordan, go to hell.
No, Harper.
I like you, Jordan.
Girl, Jordan makes
I can't stand Jordan either. She and Harper
Wait,
together.
wait, you get on nerves.
They're the
God,
worst.
We get
Ugh.
Lance
This is
with
what it
anger
looks like.
problem.
Come on, kids.
I like Harper getting beat up. Him again.
Yeah.
Don't you say it, mother.
He didn't even fight
What
back.
you do now? Listen, I don't care what happened. I love you.
And for the record, it was once.
We have never had this discussion before, and we are not about to start right now.
How angry you are at me. And I'm sorry that I chose him. And I can't rest knowing that you're
Oh my
still
God,
holding
Nikki,
on
you
to
really
this.
didn't see this.
You chose him.
You probably ain't seen the
You
best
need
man.
him.
Need him. Worried about you.
You chose him? Oh, let it go.
You need
need
him.
some-
Why would you need Harper? You need
What?
Clinton.
Do you need some money? Do you need? Hell yeah, I need some money. Do you need
Clinton
some
gonna
money?
hold you down. Clinton gonna tell you the truth.
Love you.
Quit the
Clinton
rail.
gonna be there.
Greatest gift
Harper gonna tell you
any
lies.
of us have ever received
Oh,
because of
the
her.
way Lance gonna cry in his best
We
man
are
movie.
friends for life.
Okay, and I love it. I love a good cry.
The ugly cry. No more. No.
I will console you, Lance.
I was there for all my
Boo-boo,
kids.
I got you.
I hurt. Just do it. Let's go.
Breach, baby, doc.
Okay, get here as fast as humanly possible.
You with me? You're gonna push, okay?
Here it comes.
And he know how to deliver a baby. Stop playing with me.
Girl, he had enough of them. And who are the kids? Whose kids are those?
Girl,
Because
I
let's be
don't know who biracial babies though. She's biracial. I don't know what who biracial kids those were between Nia and
Lance. I
and
was like,
Lance.
what?
I mean, they could be down in the family line. That
Child.
cry was a choice, baby. Yeah, that choice.
EBay,
was.
every single time I watch Best Friend, I go, whose goddamn white baby is that? Whose children are those? They be trying it. I'm glad we're getting better with these things now. But yeah, these Rainbow Coalition of children, like they used to have, like on the Cosby Show, whose goddamn white baby is that? Stop it! Stop it! Let's get on to the slides because that's what we're not gonna do. I just be trying to see. I thought it was just me, Ash. I was
No,
like,
it was glaring today. I was like, who are these children? I was trying to place them. I said, who's kids? And it wasn't all of them. It was just them two youngest ones, I think.
Yes. What? I thought it'd be only right for us to start with Harper and Robin. We are dealing with the loss of a child already, a miscarriage. Not only that, but they are having trouble conceiving. Harper, money is tight because we have been paying for fertility situations and our book's not selling like that. And we're dealing with, distrust on all fronts. They don't trust each other. Like, they should have never wound up together. Let's start there. Because the moment that raggedy ass Harper decided to get on one knee, first of all, you already damn near ruined the whole wedding. And then you're going to try to upstage our situation at the end of the best man and get on your little raggedy ass ashy knee and propose to your woman after you was this close to landing low with Jordan after the bachelor party. But all right. I would have definitely said no. Even the way that they got together and he says, will you marry me? And she says, whatever, man. It was always dry. It was always raggedy. I never liked it. They should have never been together, but here we are. But she doesn't trust him because he does not confide in her. He doesn't trust her with information, even though in this movie, he does have a valid reason. I'm not telling you certain things about our financial troubles, about me losing my job, about this Lance bio situation, because I don't want to stress you out because we've already lost a baby, vice versa. Her main thing, aside from that, you always, maybe going to have a little burning heart for the likes of Jordan. I'm always worried about that situation and worried about you. Ashley, what did you think about Harper and Robin?
Robin pissed me off, and I never trusted her because her kitchen was dirty. And as a chef, caterer, girl, what are you doing? I would never eat any of her food. I don't know how she made it into those magazines. I was immediately disgusted, girl, because who is going to be eating this food that you're preparing? So that's how I already know that she was going to be an issue. And then when she comes there in the airport and sees him and is like, oh, what, okay, fine. Let me see the woman who's got your attention. Like, girl, what did you think this was going to be, Robin? And then as we move into now, I also think she's foolish for ever thinking she could trust this man, because out of one mouth, he's saying, oh, I don't want to tell you this because it's going to stress you out and I'm concerned about the baby. Meanwhile, you have no care or concern about her feelings about this baby potentially being lost because you keep bringing up the dead one. Like, you keep bringing it up. And she's like, don't say that. Don't do, like, Harper is just so, oh my God, I'm trying to find the word. He is so hypocritical to me in my mind. And I think she's delayed for trusting anything he ever said. I don't know how she's still married to him after all of this time. As far as him, it's typical. He's sorry. Ain't gonna be nothing, can't be nothing. You wrote the book, you got $1 million, you ain't sold a copy since. You know what I mean? The band told him, listen, we need another one of these. And then you're going to go there to this Christmas party under the guise of family and friendship, but you're really going just to write a story. He is an opportunist and a liar in the worst of all ways. He would have been excommunicado. Okay. And I don't care, because fool, you're diabolical. You wrote a book, okay, that you didn't want anybody to read because you're literally telling on yourself and telling everybody else's story, right? You have it in your back pocket, but you say you didn't want Lance to see it. You're foolish. You're a foolish man. A fool and his money will soon part. A fool and his friends, a fool and his wife should all part. And as far as him and Jordan, that's diabolical. They belong to each other. They are the worst of the worst. And I think they should have just made it happen. And I'm done. I'm sorry, y'all.
I hate his situation. Like, regardless, I feel like his situation with Jordan is more diabolical than these secret ass books. Like, those undertones of that minor flirting, that natural chemistry they have, because Harper was never supposed to be the settling type, the father, the children, the man. No, it should have just been career first. Harper, as we see, and I think we see these things unfold naturally in the final chapters, his career was in the forefront just as much as Jordan. They were, two peas in the pod. Like, they have so much chemistry, and he confides in her first, naturally, before he even talks to his own goddamn wife. Like, it's just sickening. It's just sickening.
You guys are asking about when her kitchen was dirty. If you go back to The Best Man, she is cooking in his kitchen when he gets home, and you'll notice the lampshade is off. She got stuff all over the counters. She's gross. Watch. Go back. Best Man, the first one. Watch it.
I didn't feel like they belonged together, and I felt like Robin could do better. Like, I just never got it. Always gave girlfriend, but not my forever. You should just went on over there with Jordan. Like, why are we wasting each other's time? It's been Jordan. It was always goddamn Jordan. And you getting pregnant and trying to settle down with Robin was not going to change that. Why you would roll up umpteen years later in an uncomfortable situation and try to do a secret book scenario again? Insane. EJ?
Yeah, so Harper and Robin, man, these two have always been interesting to me. First and foremost, Harper has never been my favorite person, although I'm not gonna go all the way in on him like my girl. But Harper has always been an issue. He really has been an issue when it all comes down to it. But I actually did like him and Jordan together. I always felt like he should have chose Jordan. I have no issues with Jordan. I actually like the character Jordan. But
wait, EJ, you can't say that out loud and not explain the fact that Jordan was willing to lay it low and spread it wide with a man who already had a relationship. You knew this man was in a relationship. You didn't give a damn. Oh, they are equals in the pod because they are both equally selfish in relationships. They only care about themselves and their careers. Like, even in this moment, like, I was uncomfortable with that shot down. I ain't gonna wait to the slide. She was like, I love you, Harper. He's like, I love you too. And this was supposed to be a consoling moment over Mia's situation, but there will never, ever, ever in your effing life be any gripping time where you supposed to be laying a forehead kiss on this hoe. After everything we've been through, you still laying down forehead kisses? I would have thumped Harper in his goddamn forehead. But okay, EJ, go ahead.
But that wasn't Jordan though. So, like I have no problem with Jordan. I got no issues with Jordan at all. Listen, Jordan is career driven, that's who she is. And she is a little nosy, and she is the one who probably, well, that part don't matter. But she's very nosy, but I still like the character Jordan. Robin, I've always had an issue with because I never understood why she said yes to Harper, because at the end of the day, I mean, to me, Harper was the one that was in a relationship. Harper was the one who he was the one who was supposed to say no. He was the one who wasn't supposed to let anything like this whole, let's bring it all back and let's finally do let's try it again. Like, he was the one who was supposed to say no. He was the one that was in the relationship, but he's the one that went into this willingly trying to see, and then came to the revelation later that maybe this isn't what he wanted. But I feel like he never really wanted Robin when it was all said and done. I think he wanted the idea of Robin, but not necessarily her. And so that was always my issue with them. As far as Robin is concerned, I just felt like she was always kind of in the clouds with this relationship, and her always being like low-key jealous of the fact that is he not. I'm like, why? That it just should have never been a thing in the beginning. Like, you should have never been with him. Anybody can clearly see that Jordan and Harper still have a thing for each other. Like, you can see it. Like, it's their body language, everything about it says that these two should have been the couple that was together from the beginning. But it is what it is. But yeah, I do agree. Harper is not the best. Harper is not the best, but
I mean, if there's no blame to be had on Jordan's part, why is there always some uncomfortable tension? That hysterical.
Because Robin is the one who has that. Robin is the one. She's trying to make Robin feel comfortable. It's not. Yes, she's trying to make Robin feel comfortable.
She wants that man. I don't care. She always wanted Harper. He always wanted her. But they wanted to maintain this sparse of a friendship, but you still in innocent evenings with a kiss to frontal lobes and shit. Like, get off of people's foreheads, Harper, please. Get off the damn forehead.
Homewrecker. Jordan was an aspiring homewrecker. Let's call a thing a thing. Any woman
aspiring.
She was, because she failed. She didn't make it, right? That's why she was aspiring. She was actually a failed homewrecker because he didn't end up giving her the D. But to go into something knowing that this man is involved with someone, committed to, and you're still like, I'm gonna smash tonight. I want some of that D tonight. Like, that's a major character flaw for me, girl, because I don't care you knew him before. He's in a relationship. Respect that. Respect that.
But they not married though. But they not married. And did Harper actually say, like, this is somebody I'm considering marrying, yada yada yada? You gotta put, like, we can't put all the blame on Jordan. She's not the one in the committed relationship. Harper is.
But equal parts of blame.
I give her a smidget. I give her maybe 20%. That's it.
Because would you want to be Robin, and some woman, who knows Harper from before is putting her moves and putting the coochie out there? I mean, she had on her whole little negligee lingerie when he came to the door. She was ready to throw it on his forehead. Like, I just need to know I don't know. It doesn't, to me, that doesn't make any difference. I think that even if you're in a committed relationship, I know I wouldn't want my man, somebody from the past, coming and putting on the full court press. And I know I wouldn't. Just as a woman, I'm not going to pursue a man who's in a relationship, even if they're not married yet.
It's the subtle things here in this movie. Like, they just have natural chemistry together. So that's that. But it's the, I wanted to support you, Harper. I wanted to inspire you. And it's just always, it's the little things, okay? It's the little stuff that pisses me off with Jordan. Like, it's just that habitual line. Like, don't step over the line, bitch. Please, stay over there. Let me get the super chat.
No.
Thank you so much, Nikki. If I could click it, Jesus. I don't know. Is that clicking? Oh, crap. It won't go.
Can you see it, Rita?
I can see it. Thank you so much, Nikki, for the $4.99. Said this movie sounds like a terrible example of marriage and friendships. Absolutely, it's equal parts. There are some really shining moments as far as marriage and friendship, and then some not so shining moments as far as marriage and friendship. But yeah, Harper, I just I just wish he had went on over there with. I didn't think Harper needed any children. Like just be work. There's that competitive spirit he has with Jordan. He's always comparing himself to everyone around him. I do like with this film we get into Harper's pride and that being ever present. Like I don't want nobody to know I'm having money. Like, do you need some money? Like, yeah, I need. It took a lot for him to, I don't want anybody's hand-me-downs. I don't want anybody to know what we're going through. And that's just something really, really present, I think, in all of us. Like we don't want to allow that. And just Quentin, like, we're your friends. We love you. Like you can be transparent, be vulnerable. We're not here to judge you. We want to help you. And it just took a lot for him to let that down. In that regard, I love what they did with Harper's character. But everything else, it can go to hell. It can absolutely go to hell. Let's move on. Oh man, ciao. Yeah, I swear I'm gonna go.
Lance don't even like you. How are you gonna do a bio on Lance and he's not even talking to you? He want to punch your face in. Like, have they even talked since then until he arrives?
Yeah, there he goes. Now it's working. Yeah, it's that's what I like. I just don't understand, like, why keep it a secret? I never understood that. Like, all he can do is say no. All he can do is say no. But in the way that it's presented in the film with the agent, like, you could get big money and you should write it. And it's an opportunity. Then it makes you look like an opportunist every time. Like, just ask, hey, Lance, I know it's been a minute, but I would like to write your bio. Who better to write it than me, your best friend for years? I know your career from front to back. All he can do is say no, but you want to go and write and be in secret and stuff. But it's one thing to be in secret. It's another to be in secret with Jordan. Like, you didn't confide in your wife about your situation. You told your wife before you got there, don't say nothing about no book. Don't say nothing about our money troubles. Don't say anything about anything. I don't want to talk about it, and I don't want our friends in our business. Cool, but you go and Jordan. So what do you think, Jordan? You think I should do it? How you think about it? I love it, Harper. It's so brilliant. Did you ask Lance? Like, why you ain't ask me? And that leaves a window for somebody to come back and tell me something as your wife, like, hey, oh my God, Jordan, the book is just brilliant. Oh, you read his book? I ain't read no damn book. It's always the issue with a book. Get out of my face, Harper. I'm just saying. Shout out to the 110 people in here. Make sure that you are hitting that like button. Make sure that you're commenting and super chatting on all fronts. We love to have you guys here. Now we have Lance and Mia, child. We got this fractured friendship. We are all just really picking at the bones from all of the things that happened in that first film. Mia, tipping on over to that D'Angelo and get that kiss to her frontal lobe for her payback for all his, cheating and laying it low and spreading wide. And he's all about God, family, and football. And we get into Mia's illness and eventually her goodbye. But Mia is on a mission to make amends and get everybody together before, she goes out, especially with Lance. I do love what I do love about all of the films is there's always a complex of God and prayer and what it really means to him versus what it means to Harper, and that belief and that faith that why would my wife be all right? She's going to get through this. He's just really not letting it, even allowing it to sink in that she is going to die and it is looming. He's just like, she's going to be okay. I'm going to keep the faith. And Harper is, not so much. I love that. But Lance as a man, Lance is a problem. Lance is a problem. Like the fact that Lance just couldn't take it. Lance is that old school, man. It's cool when I do it, but when she went over there with one man. Granted, the man was Harper. Bestie, that's the girl, that's diabolical in itself. But we're not gonna act like I just came to dance for y'all, that's all. We're not gonna act like Mia was not diabolical for that, because girl, you could have went to anybody. You went to the bestie. She said, I'm gonna get my payback and get it 10 times over. I'm feeling really hurt you. But he just can't get past it. Even all the way these years later, he's like, you chose him? Like, you could, like, he just can't get it in his mind and out of his body that she slept with one person besides him. It shook his whole world. Ashley, what do you think about these two?
That's that frail ego. You know what I mean? I had a lot of back and forth in my mind about Lance as a character, because I really, really hate that a lot of times where we see the faith-based character, they have major, major, major self-control issues. And so, of course, we see him slinging the dangling all across college and then down on his knees crying and praying like, Lord, just forgive me. Get the Bible. Like, I know the scripture, but I'm still going to live how I want to live. I'm just like, Lord, is that really what people think about people of faith? And so that's problematic for me in and of itself. But then you also have him kind of in this space of toxic masculinity. Like, I can smash in bed 300-400 women, but because she smashed one, it's over. I'm calling this wedding.
One is determined to
I'm done with it. I can't handle it. But I guess, and plus it was a friend. I mean, there are layers to it. But honestly, in that situation, I thought it was bros over hoes. So for me, Harper gets the majority of the smoke on that. They were both, culpable for it. As far as their relationship, Mia, for me, I wanted to know her more as a character. She's probably one of the least developed characters between all of the movies. And it seemed like she was in an oblivion or like in a dream world. Like, I needed something and Harper just gave it to me. I did what I needed to do, even when she's spazzing out before the wedding.
They'll wait for me. They're gonna wait for me. Huh? Yeah, they're gonna wait for me. It's my day. They'll wait for me.
Really, girl? You don't have a clue that your man is not even about to marry you. Like, how can you be that woefully unaware? Also, when we're first introduced to her character, I said, oh, she playing a game. Like, Mia was never the person that we thought she was. Mia had all the game. When she meets Lance in that editor's room, whatever, and she talks about his plays and how he gonna mess up his knee and all that, I said, oh, this heifer know the game. She knew she was about to have Lance and all that came with him. She is the example of quintessential struggle love in my mind. You endured years of tragedy and heartbreak behind this man, and you got a modicum of success in this beautiful home, but to what end? He did end up having a redemption tour, but in my mind, it was too little too late. She on her deathbed now. Like, I don't know. This is a nightmare for me. This is a nightmare for me. You hold it down through the hard years with this man, through his cheating, the scandal, probably some disease scares, all of that. And then you get cancer and you about to die talking about it's the Lord's will. No. But I guess they wanted us to believe that this was a beautiful couple and a beautiful love by the end of it. So, okay, y'all, like, y'all can have it.
It never was. Shout out to Nikki for the super chat. Nikki said, pursue married men. Nikki, please.
Nikki,
it is the holidays, Nikki. No, it was Mia was just supposed to be just a shell, just to represent perfection. She was supposed to be clean, untouched, just kept. The fact that she was a virgin, like the fact that was the main thing that even attracted to him to her. It wasn't just like, oh, she's, I just love all these qualities about her. It was like, no, she's a virgin. Oh, I gotta have that. I gotta have that. Just something to put on the shelf to say that I'm the first, the last, and the only. Getting back into that caveman sense when we're getting into the inner workings of Lance's mind. So the fact that she was, now she's dirty. She slept. Not only are you dirty, you slept with somebody else. Then you slept with my best friend. Like, and I did appreciate her owning up to her, getting some smoke. Like, blame me. Like, give me some of that stuff that you've been giving Harper. I was a willing participant. This is all equal blame on everybody's part. It was not just Harper. I was there too. I'm here for it. EJ, what did you think about Lance and Mia?
Okay, so Lance and Mia. I enjoyed this couple. I like Lance and Mia. I like the character Mia. I like how Mia is supposed to be this perfect character, but we know that she's not perfect. We know that Mia is flawed. We know that she has her thing too. And although it's presented to us because in Lance's eyes, that's what he saw. Mia was the perfect wife. Like, she was the person that he was going to marry. He was the wife material. All these other people out here, it was just smash and dash, but Mia was the one that he was going to marry. And that's what he saw in her. He saw something that was perfect. So when he learned about the situation, she then wasn't so perfect anymore. She then was tainted to him. And it was, it is what it is. I mean, it's the age old thing. You can do it, but I can't do it. We get that. That's exactly what it was. But as far as just Mia itself and her character alone in this particular The Best Man holiday, I kind of like that we went here. At first, I used to always wonder why did we go this route? Why did we do this? Why did we go this way? Why did we make Mia have to, finally get to a point where where she has her children, she has this life, and then now we're gonna just take all of,
Life.
it's just gone.
Life, EJ. She ain't have a good life. I don't care what nobody said.
Well, I mean, eventually she did. I mean, we're still talking about their college years. We're not saying that after they got married. There's no data to show that after they got married that he cheated on her, that he did anything, that he wasn't anything but a devoted husband. I ain't seen the data. If y'all see the data, y'all can let me know.
I'm not saying anything about Lance and how he moved after they, it gives that he was faithful. It's just, I just feel like there was forever this discontent in their marriage, and probably for her because I wasn't the first, the last, and the only, and it was my best friend. Like that's nothing that you just gonna roll over. So I feel like it was always like an elephant in the room. But
it could be, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like just in life general, there could be those things. And that could be in anyone's marriage. But if you're willing to work through those things, and if you choose to stay in that marriage and work through it, then that's what you choose, And we know that Lance never ever wanted to do anything to Mia. Like, he always wanted to give her what she wanted. He always wanted to make sure that she was taken care of. He always wanted to make her happy. And I feel like, to me, I felt like he was trying to kind of make up for all those things that he did to her in the past, which is probably another reason why he wanted to see her happy. And yeah, of course there was the elephant in the room. It was his best friend. I can get that. I can understand that. But I think that was one of those things where they just needed to work through that. But I don't know if he was ever going to do it because he didn't want to even talk about it. He didn't even want it to be he didn't want to have a conversation about it. And I loved when she came to him and she was like, look, blame me. Like, I did it too, and I chose him. And that was the main key to me. And that's when I knew that Mia, I was like, oh yeah, Mia, you definitely did that. And I wasn't mad at Mia. I felt like she was justified at some point. Was it wrong? Yeah, but I still felt vindication in it. And I was like, I ain't even mad at you for doing that. Did you possibly wreck a friendship? Yeah, but Harper could have said no. Harper could have walked away from it.
Harper, he wasn't.
But I wasn't mad at her for it. But as a couple overall, I do like them as a couple. And I would love to think that Lance changed his ways and that he was a devoted husband and father. And that it truly was God, faith, family. God, family.
It was God, faith, family. But for my health, I don't want 20 years of deep-seated depression, cheating, and STD scares, and pregnancy, and prank phone calls, and 20 more years of happiness. Like, I just want to be happy, okay?
They met in college, so I don't know if he had 20 years, but come on.
In my heart of hearts, I really feel like he hated her. I do. I think that he didn't. No, because here's the thing. No, seriously, all of that anger and rage that he had towards Harper, that was to her too, but he just couldn't emote that way to Mia. Like, there may have been some love there, but I think he was truly angry to his core. I feel in my heart of hearts that he felt so deeply disrespected by her. Like, I really do. And I just don't, I think that she was frail. She was like a trophy that he had on a shelf, he had to cultivate and keep. But I really think that all of the smoke he had for Harper was some of her smoke too. Like, I really do. Really.
He couldn't put it on her. He couldn't. Like, as the man that he presents himself as, he wasn't gonna give her any of that smoke. It was always, but yeah, hate is a strong word, actually.
Very strong word.
It's a strong word. Let me get to these super chats over here.
But he didn't have to be with her like after the fact. Like, he literally could have just moved on, but he didn't.
I think it's that ego.
My heart, my love, you're crying at that way. If you had to go through all of that just to marry this woman, none of these people are supposed to be married. Thank you so much. Dane C said 1 best friend equals 500.
Lord.
Dang, that is not the same. That is absolutely not the same. But thank you so much for the $2. Let's see what we have here. I need to know where Robin's friends are. Darfelina said, "Well, where your people stay? Where do your people stay? Where are your friends? Because we need to know." Like, yeah, Robin is, just thrust into this situation, and child, she's just there. The way I would not want to be there. We need answers, and we never got any of those to know where her friends are or any of that. But what I will say is we're gonna take a little break and a little pause for the cause because we have 150 people in the house, and I would like for all 150 of you guys to please hit that like button and show us some love. We're gonna take a little break. We're gonna come right back, run these 7 minutes back, and get into our next couple. We definitely appreciate you guys for being here. Ashley, don't be bad. Don't act shocked.
Sleigh bells ring.
I am. Welcome,
Are
though.
you listening in the lane? Snow is glistening. Beautiful sight. We're happy tonight. Walking in open toe wonderland.
Merry little Christmas.
All right. Hopefully you guys have had more than enough time to hit that like button for us. Let's run a couple of these minutes again and go to our next couple.
Rest, right? Look, if that's what it takes.
Lance Sullivan, your
Tyra, please read
friend Lance
Nikki's
Sullivan.
super chat.
Ka-ching!
You put her on
You
the
get him
screen.
to commit to you being the author of his bio, you're going to get an advance
Nikki's super
like
chat.
that.
Yeah.
Well, you better hurry up because your fans are waiting. It's been like, what, 3 years now? Brian's my boyfriend.
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't I put pursue all married men?
She had one. She had another one.
So much.
Is this
About
one here right?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
What?
No such thing as a home wrecker. Home wrecker.
Oh my God.
Oh,
No,
yeah, I
nobody
remember
can
that.
wreck your home except for you. Now there are such thing as, avid participators. Absolutely.
Wanted it to be.
But there's no such thing as a home wrecker.
Oh, well, Harper's good for that. Does Mia look thin to you?
Really? The woman that you slept with looks skinny?
You're looking well. Prada?
Nada.
And that lady dying, and you worried about how skinny she is. I'm telling you, all these people are weird. Robin is a
know that.
Broadcast booth, coaching, business
She
venture.
looks sickly.
Damn, nigga, you writing a
Listen,
book?
open your eyes, ma'am.
Big baby. I mean, beautiful baby.
Oh, babe, can I use your phone?
My cell? In my hand?
Nikki's so great.
Quinn has always
Thought
been
I
my
was being
favorite
nice.
character.
To everybody.
Quentin is fun.
You're doing a bio on Lance, aren't you?
Yeah. What do you think?
I think it's brilliant.
No, I gotta figure out an approach.
Commitment phobe. No, I'm not a commitment phobe. I just don't do it as often as you do. Jordan, this is the longest relationship you've ever had.
If it didn't matter to you then, why in the hell is it mattering to you now?
Now I have $2 million to raise. And I have 2 little girls.
Would you stop saying that, please?
You married a stripper.
I'm in love
But
with a
sometimes you act like you don't need me.
fine, and she fine.
Is that a,
Don't
a
you
lot
tell
of
that
work?
man she don't need
fine,
him. What's
Harper.
wrong with her?
You cool?
Special.
Yeah. Money-wise.
No, I'm cool. It always happens. I gotta call the company because it's getting embarrassing.
She probably didn't think about it until after the fact.
This baby and
Yeah,
his
half
book.
of it, DJ. She mean.
You read his book?
Well, she's not mean. She just has that same, Harper mentality. There's just this air of
Some people are just independent and they don't get it.
inconsiderate in a relationship. Jordan the friend, Jordan the godmama, probably cool. Jordan the woman.
I mean, but Mia said this was her longest relationship, so she don't really have that much experience.
I wonder why they decided to get rid of it for the best man final chapter.
Asked you not to.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan knew about your epic failure. Lance, what about? You mean about his bio? Harper, is that why we're here?
And why you fired me?
Why would you keep that from me?
Because he be lying.
It's been so beautiful, and I didn't want to ruin it.
Robin been with this man all
need
these
you to
years and
be
don't know he's a
there
liar.
for him.
Something else you can do. I mean, you can't give up. We're not giving up. It's God's turn. He'll see her through this. We're praying every day. Are you serious?
Keisha, Kelly, go get your stuff. Go upstairs. Stay here. Can somebody please tell me why he chose this $5 hoe over me?
Yeah, but I didn't swallow. I love Shelby too.
You dirty skank. Lonely, miserable bitch. It's called fucking alimony.
You deserve it.
Go ahead. Screaming monkey.
That is my story.
Screaming monkey all over your ass.
Come on, girl, we're gonna be late. I don't care. Make an excuse. No one gets to see this.
Hey,
That's a nice tub.
who's gonna be around for you, Q?
Somebody.
You like it?
Yeah. How'd you do this?
This is what was really going on with your book. I wanted to inspire you.
I just feel like I'm too late. And what?
Damn, pregnant 48 kisses. Get your lips. It pisses me off every time. Like, get your lips off of people's forehead, Harper.
What the hell is this? God, Lance, this isn't what it looks like.
Get out, kids!
Oh, Lance!
Come on, that bullshit, man.
He's masculine.
Don't you say a motherfucking thing now. What'd you do now?
What he don't do, Quentin, is the question.
I don't care what happened. Because I love you.
See?
For the record, was someone.
No, I don't want. No.
We have never had this discussion before, and we are not about to start right now.
He love her, hoeing and all. He said, come on, bring it in.
And I'm sorry that I chose him, and I can't rest knowing that you're still.
Yeah, we gonna leave that where it's at and gone back to our couples, because what we not gonna do is act like Merch is innocent. We not gonna act like Merch is innocent, Ashley. You want somebody to be your husband that's gonna go tell everybody, but the wife that you saw this video. All right.
He's just trying to get wise counsel. Ain't nothing wrong with that. He's trying to get wise counsel.
No. You talk to me first. Absolutely. I don't know. Before we get into that, Ashley, eggnog or hot chocolate?
Oh, this is so hard, Tyra. But I love eggnog. I love eggnog down bad. I love both, but eggnog by a slight win. Eggnog for me with nutmeg and whipped cream on top. Yes.
EJ,
Delicious.
eggnog or hot chocolate?
I've never had eggnog before. What? Hot chocolate.
Okay, I feel say it's gonna definitely be hot chocolate by default if you never had it. I've had eggnog. I'm gonna go with hot chocolate though, because I'm a chocolate person. I like all things chocolate. I'm gonna go with it. And we was brought up to think that eggnog was for the Caucasians for some reason. But I've had some. I've definitely had some. Hot chocolate just hits different. Like, I don't know. Eggnog is, I don't know. There's
it's a different type of treat, it's like
it is.
What does it taste like?
I just was wondering. I was trying to get y'all. Y'all let me know down there in the chat if y'all pouring up a good glass of just hot chocolate, or if you over there with you some eggnog. I was just curious.
Creamy, sweet, dairy. It's delicious to me. Go get you some. Go get you a little carton.
Go get you some.
Okay.
We're gonna get us some of this merch. Get us some of this merch and old Candace. We're trying to fundraise, of course, because Merch got his whole ambitions of opening their school. They're in business together. But Candy's video is throwing everything into a disarray because she's caught red-handed giving some head for some cash.
Okay. I was
We have this back and forth, of course, with Shelby because Shelby is making it her mission to go back and claim her man. Like, girl, you don't care about merch, Shelby. And we have him, just confiding in every single person, showing that video to every single person except for Candace. And then you leave it to where everybody in the house knows something about your wife that she doesn't. I don't like that. Absolutely not. And I don't know if I like the way that, not even with this one, but I think on into the final chapters, even though they did eventually give her some growth beyond that. How long are we gonna throw in this woman's face that she's a stripper? That she was a stripper, that she married a stripper, like you married it, like, yeah, but she's she's so much more than that. But it just always kind of felt like a dig at merch, like, well, you married that stripper. You chose that. Like, what we're not gonna do is put her in a box just because she used to be a stripper. EJ, how did you feel about Merch and Candace?
Let's see, Merch and Candace. Well, Merch is like, I mean, I like Merch. I mean, he aight or whatever. But just to expand on that, on the fact that Quinn always brings up the stripper thing, and Shelby always brings up the stripper thing. I do think that she has a past, right? And although she is not defined by her past, and that shouldn't be her definition, I do think at the same time she has a past, and that we knew at some point it might come back into play, in some moment. And I think this is that past coming back at an inopportune time, right? At the time when he's trying to get this $2 million donation. And he should have went to his wife first. He should have talked to his wife about it and just got the explanation that he needed. Instead, he was going around, as Ashley say, getting counsel from everyone except for her, just to get the full story, because we don't even know if she did it, that's why I was like, because I think Lance was the one who said it, like, y'all don't even know, we can't even see what happened. So in order to just clear your mind and to clear, I mean, because we saw what happened. Shelby gets into the wrong hands, and then boom, here we go. Shelby and Merch shouldn't have never been together, period. Like, it was never supposed to be. It was an interesting couple in the beginning. I just never saw these two together. But when it was all said and done, I do like the dynamics of Merch and Candace. I like that it just feels like they work. Like, I feel like I like the couple as a couple, but I do think that we cannot overlook the fact that her past could have come back to haunt her. And we just should have been prepared for this and just had conversations about what could have happened in my past. I'm not saying you got to tell everybody something about your past, but if there's a major thing that could possibly pop back up, you might want to put it out there. Maybe.
Yeah. I just thought it was a choice for them to put that in the script at all. I remember watching this for the first time that she was gonna like rectify it. And could you please sit down, Baney? She was gonna be all in the video, all on the record. Move. I thought it was gonna be like, well, yeah, the video cuts there. I didn't actually follow through with it. Like, why did we have to put that stain on her like that? Did we need that? Did we need that pass? It was already, well, you got a stripper. She's a stripper. Now she's a stripper that was doing sexual favors. We getting over there to the prostitute work. We didn't need to go over there, did we? And then it's like, it was just one time, and I was stupid, and I needed the money. Like, we didn't have to go over there with Candy. Ashley.
I mean, it was what it was, right? It was on Entertainment Tonight, right? It was on the cell phone. The white man brought it to his attention, and like, this your wife? Is this your man? Is this your woman? And I think because we knew that it wasn't going to change his love for her or make him want to divorce her, any of those things. I think he was really just trying to figure out, how do I approach this one in a delicate way without hurting her feelings, but still maintain my reputation at the university for whatever he was trying to do. I didn't really fault him too much. Should he have gone to his wife as his first resort? Absolutely. But Merch being Merch, not knowing what to say, when to say, or how to say it, I don't mind him going to the collective and trying to get a little bit of wise counsel. Yeah, I feel like this definitely was slut shaming, but I'm going to be honest. That man dropped his drawers. She put that money in her titties and she went to work when that door closed. I don't believe anything different. All right. She Candy Girl, you are my world. That's just what she was doing. She was a woman of the night in those days. And that's okay. He married her, accepting all of that. They are 2 kids deep at this point. And I really felt like they had a genuine connection. The only reason I'm going to fault Murch, or the only thing I'm going to fault him for in The Best Man Holiday, was that he didn't put Shelby in her place. Shelby had too much free reign to get into his wife's space and face. And Shelby could fight. Murch knew that. Okay, because Candy Girl, you know, she could fight a little bit, but Shelby was coming with right, what is it called? Right hooks. And I don't think that Candace thought that Shelby was going to give that fight back. You know what I mean? And then he just got knocked out, you know, out of the way. I said, Murch, you had to do better.
That's why I'm not getting your attraction. We addressed this in those final chapters, him being more so of a pushover, him trying to find his place as a man, and them not thinking he's sweet. Like, I'm a man. Like, Murch is very, let me go Darfelina, because the super chat is doing what it needs to do. Thank you, Darfelina. She said Murch and his bow tie collection can go to hell. Absolutely. Because throughout the whole entire franchise, Murch cannot keep a damn secret to save his life.
He really can't.
Trying to find his way, Tara.
He gonna blurt it out to everybody. But when it came to your wife, you held that down though. You kept that to yourself.
He's trying to find his way. He's trying to find his voice, Tyra. He has nothing but the purest of intentions at every moment. He is not diabolical. He really does have pure intentions, y'all. I can see his heart. You know what I mean? And we know that this marriage is going to work out. They love each other. She loves him. She's going to ride or die. Like I said, the only thing I feel like he should have done better was to shield Candace from Shelby's wretched mouth in them hands. That's what I think Murch could have done better.
Candace supposed to hold herself down. Like what Murch gonna do?
Talk to your wife. It better never be. I hope you're watching, honey. It better never be a cold day in hell where I'm standing in a room with several folks you call your friends and they know something about me and y'all gossiping about it that I don't about myself. Yeah, I wish you would. Good intentions, my ass. Them bow ties can go to hell, like Darfelina said. Let's go to the next case. Next couple, because no. That's because she want Murch to be her husband, y'all. Actually, when we made decisions about husband in the beginning, Ashley chose Murch. But we have a kind of a couple here. They end up as a couple. We have Quentin, even though it says Quincy there, and Shelby. We really turned it up with Quentin's character. He is still, the great wise man of the group, the realest one of the group, the rock of the group. He gonna check it and call a spade every time, and I love him for it. But we edged it up more with more so the weed and the comedy and him taking the pictures and the comical aspect of Quentin. That was multiplied times 10 here. Shelby is here to be absolutely diabolical. Shelby is here to be diabolical. Well, we have Quentin giving a Quentin knows best type of energy and this love-hate relationship that he has with Shelby. I actually love that they ended up together, even though it should be problematic and we know that there's no bro code, no nothing within this group, because this was very much so like this wasn't Murch's like random girlfriend or whatever. She had been with Murch since college. They had been together for years, and we just kind of end up over there with Quentin, and there's this chemistry by default, and it's just kind of okay. That should have never happened. That should have never happened. Like college all the way up to your adult age relationship, all the way up to us, mid, late 30s, and us about to get married, and you end up with someone I was with for that long period of time, and I'm with Candace. I don't like the way that look, but do you need some money? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love, first of all, Quentin gonna stay on Harper's head top every single time, and he knows everything, but I just love how he is able to kind of maneuver in their friends group and just be exactly who he is, and just he's just a good time. Shelby and her housewife energy. Okay, ma'am. Ashley, what did you think about these folks?
These two characters are probably two of my favorite, I think, in these movies. And I think it's because they are really the people that are most authentically themselves in and out of season, in and out of every single movie. They're going to show up as themselves. Whoever don't like it, be damned. At the end of the day, Quentin is a truth teller, and he told the truth. Like he watched, he observed. He said, I'm going to sprinkle this here, but I'm not going to let it go too far. I'm not going to let Lance dangle you off the balcony like Bird of the Midnight Falcons, okay? I'm not going to let him big red you out here. And then as far as Shelby, she's terrible, but all she needed, I think she couldn't be with a weak man. She's going to run over anybody who's not going to challenge her. And so I actually think that they are a fitting pair for the people that they are. I feel like kind of Shelby kind of gets a bad rap, right? I think that she was, I don't know. I feel like Murch in the first movie definitely enabled this behavior. And I feel like everyone that she chose to be in a relationship, as we can see, she's married 100 times. I think they further perpetuated that. Like, I think when we see her get with Quentin and even in the series, you kind of start to see her move around a little bit. Even when we're seeing her interact with her daughter, I was like, oh, there's a different side to Shelby. I wish we would have gotten the layers of her, because I think that all of that like bravado was just kind of like a surfacey thing, like a protective thing. But no, I really enjoyed them together. It reminded me of Kyle and Max from Living Single. That's the energy that it gave. And I'm always here for like those couples who seemingly hate each other, but really esteem heat.
So you're here for Shelby lying for years and not telling Quentin that the little girl was actually.
This is the best man holiday, Tyra.
The baby's still there. The baby's still there.
I didn't remember that happened.
But we don't even know.
Well, they kind of present it here because you do have them having this Kendrick bond with the baby girl, and he's calling her out. You're being, less of a mother and more of a housewife. You need to be more present. Don't say this to the baby. You need to do like he's still there, and it's like, and she goes, "You're not her father. Don't worry about how I'm doing."
Yeah.
Like
that was lost on me, girl. I didn't know nothing about that.
Why you lie for? That little baby Kennedy, this was actually his kid the whole time. Why you lie for?
Girl, don't ask
we don't know that in the best man holiday, though. That's my thing.
She knew how she knew. Did she not know?
She might have known, but we don't know that to judge her for it.
Her in the movie, girl. You can't hold me accountable for her sins in the series.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
I think the Best Man Holiday rolls over into the series, and she knew the banter that he has with that baby in this instant bun, and she's holding his hand and wiping his tears. And she's looking on, smiling like, "Oh, look at him with his baby. Look, he might have potential to be an actual daddy if I actually told him that this was his daughter. Look at Quentin. I see you." Like I think that's groundwork
wrong for that, but I don't remember none of that. So
I remember. Y'all remember in the chat.
I'm not saying that it's not a memorable thing. What I'm saying is that we don't really I think that's the beauty of the Best Man series, is that it makes you go back and rethink about the things that you saw. When we saw that the series, that's when I went back and looked, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't really think about it that deep as this was his child, because they didn't necessarily present it. They just made a lingering thing, and you could have made that assumption maybe, but you would have just laughed it off because you're just like, but then when you get to the series, it's like, okay, then they present it, you go back and look at it, you're like, oh shit, look how it just comes together. And I think he did that on purpose, and I thought it was genius. But speaking from the Best Man Holiday only, I can't say that we can make that assumption in this one yet.
I'm gonna make it. Diabolical work. She knew, and she was holding on to it. Yeah, Shelby came a long way. But getting here, just a question for thought, a little food for thought. Ashley, is this relationship that he has with Jordan at any time appropriate? And with Jordan being, a close-knit friend, was there a way for Harper to maneuver in this space that would have been respectful of both he and his relationship, marriage to Robin, and still maintain friendship? Because they never gave friendship. They always gave me freak. Ashley,
So here's the thing, and I'm never on Harper's side, right? So very, very seldomly, because I really despise his character. However, what a person allows. And Robin is a dingbat in my mind because you need to sever all ties and connections with this whore of Babylon. All right. You need to stop it because I know what's there. I saw the chemistry of you guys in real life because really, if we go back to Best Man and they are on the floor dancing, and I'm dancing with the old man and you're up on my man, like, girl, like there's no way that a man that I'm with, if he had steam heat with this other person from his past, would he be allowed to continue on with that friendship or relationship? But if this is what Robin allows, if she's that secure in it, it's appropriate for them. In my world, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He crosses all kinds of boundaries. He was so flirtatious in this movie, even when he goes to her office and he's looking at the white man. And he's like, "Oh, you're going skiing in the Alps or going to Vermont." I was like, "Sir, that's not your business. Like, why are we here skinning and grinning? Why does she see all of your back teeth, sir?" Harper, close your mouth, okay? Close your legs, keep the dingling locked up. It's supposed to be for your pregnant wife. I think it's so inappropriate. I think it pushes all boundaries. I think Harper is used to being desired and wanted. And I don't know why in this friend group he's that guy because it doesn't give to me. Like he does not give that to me, in my opinion.
This would rock for me. We wouldn't. What friend? What nothing? Like you would never be able to kiss this heifer on her forehead again if I had anything to do with it. No, and I just don't like the gaslighting of Robin. Like it's not what it looks like. Like Robin, relax. I was just consoling her with it. It's not just you consoling her in this moment. It's everything. It's every single solitary moment that you guys have alone, and there's these smiles and glances and admiration and praise and all this gazing and yeah. There's friendship, and then there's just off the charts chemistry that they just can't control. Yeah, stay away from this happen. If I catch you, you caught. EJ, is this appropriate or no?
Well, that's a oh god, that question for me is okay. So let me break it down like this. So the friendship between Harper and Jordan, we know that it was supposed to be more than what it was. Like we get that, but they have been friends far longer than he's been with Robin. I can't necessarily say that. And if we're just talking about the forehead kiss in general, we know what Harper's forehead kisses are. So that part, no. But if we're just talking about their friendship in general, and even I don't even think Robin can even say that you can't be friends with her at this point. She willingly chose to go into this relationship knowing about this friendship. She saw it in person. We saw it in the Best Man. That was her time to walk away from it. That was her time to say, okay, I don't want to be a part of it. But to be able to say, no, you can't be friends with this person because I see all this chemistry between. No, like you don't get that option anymore. You should have just walked away from it. A blind man could see it. Just walk away, period. But the forehead kiss, no, just because we know what it meant from the book, even though they didn't actually.
I'm not Robin. So if I tell you stay away from the heifer, stay away from the heifer. I don't care how long you knew the heifer. I'm your wife. I'm your wife.
I mean, she's his wife now.
And if Harper was any kind of man in the first place, he wouldn't have these situations because it's too tempting. Nia Long in a thong, you gonna be able to resist that? You won't be able to resist that. It's a recipe for disaster. If he was any kind of man, he'd know that.
Nope. All that confiding. It's the confiding in her and not your wife. Like, what is that? And then it's not what it looks like. Speaking of her, let's get into Jordan. She's here by herself for a reason. I'm not even finna throw this white man up there because that white man didn't roll over in the franchise. I ain't even finna put him here. I'm not even gonna put him here. But it's career over everything. We dating in the snow. The relationship she has with Harper, and we get, of course, into her losing Nia and just preparing to be a godmother and gearing up for the loss. But I don't know. I love Jordan's character to a fault. I didn't know how to feel about know what? No, I do, because Jordan is very much a character and a product of her time. Of if you are career driven and you're motivated in that way, like you can't have it all. You can't be a successful Black career driven mogul type of woman and also have a man, a family, or other ambition. So you end up being, the spinster of the group, and oh, you're just so reluctant and you're closed off, and I don't need a man, and those stereotypical things. But in the midst of that, she always had time for Harper. She always has time for Harper. She always has time for Harper. She always has a different energy for Harper than she maybe has for her partner. She goes the extra mile for Harper to consider him, consider what she feels like. What does Harper need right now? What does he need to hear? And they have, that really deep bonded relationship. Jordan, the businesswoman, Jordan, the best friend, those sides of Jordan, cool. Jordan and her correlation to Harper, as far as Robin is concerned, trash as hell. Trash as hell. Ashley?
Yeah, I'm really confused about who other than Harper Jordan was a real friend to. Jordan just seems very self-centered, and I do hate that narrative because I think it's very redundant, and we just see it so much, and we see it across color lines, right? Any ambitious, aspiring woman is in and of herself is inherently selfish, right? She's going to be alone. The bottom line is the bottom line. But in this space, she makes time and energy for who she wants, and that's Harper. I felt like if that's truly your best friend, if that's your girl in a bag of pearls, there's no way you're just finding out about this, right? Like, are you present in her life? Like, these are the questions that I had, other than her being a bit of a harlot, as I said, a failed homewrecker. I don't see it for Jordan. I was honestly kind of saddened for her because I'm like, girl, not you pining away after this man and then, losing this friend who was probably a friend to you, but you weren't so much. You know what I mean? Now you're kind of going to be tasked with this idea of, I'm going to be responsible for all of these biracial children, right? She's going to have to deal with that. And what is the career going to look like? I mean, we see an evolution in the show, I believe, with her character, and we see that she's been a part of the kids' lives going forward. I don't know. I'm really torn because I want to like Jordan because I stand Nia Long, but this character did not do it for me. And the little swirl relationship, what was the point? What was the point of having his fine self, Eddie, on here, and we didn't really get to enjoy Eddie? Like, and I get it was a Christmas special. They wasn't trying to bring steam heat, but I wanted to see something like, you know what I mean? If we're gonna go bunny hopping in the snow, I need to see what that snow like. I need to see what that snow hitting on. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like to this day, if Harper had said, Jordan, I made a mistake, you that one, she wouldn't give a damn. She would risk life, limb, whatever to be with that man. And that's what bothers me about Jordan.
Girl, he didn't have to say that. If he would have pulled Jordan to your local broom closet, she would have been acting like Kerry Washington on Scandal. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too much for it to go down. There was no honor in this type of situation with her. EJ, Jordan.
I mean, I've always thought that Jordan and Harper should be together, so I would have been here for it. But Jordan, I love Jordan. I like Jordan a lot. She's one of my favorite characters. I like how career driven she is. I hate that she gets a bad rep all the time because of that whole Harper and her situation, just because they had a lot of chemistry, but just for whatever reason couldn't make it work. And they didn't seize the opportunity. I always thought they should actually be together, but I think that she was I think that she was the friend that she could be. I mean, Nia and her are way too different in
the friend that she could be, EJ.
Yeah, because I'm going to explain. I'm going to explain. I feel like she, like we talked about, she's career driven. So where Mia is at home and, has the children and has a lot of time, Mia is a kept woman. Let's just keep it real. Mia don't got to do nothing. All right. So she has a little more time to write letters and do all these different things and plan these elaborate things. Jordan is a career driven woman who is really, really focused on her career. It is what it is. So maybe she could have been like maybe she could have kept in touch more. Maybe she could have called more. Maybe she could have done all those things more. That is very true. But I still that doesn't take away from the fact that she still loved her friend and cared for her friend. She just didn't talk to her friend as much. I have friends that I haven't talked to in months, but I still love them. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take away the love that I have for them. It's
your
just
best
that
friend, EJ, your best friend too.
Yeah, my closest friend. I probably haven't talked to them in a while. Like I just, I might, send them a text message, things like that. But I don't necessarily, I'm that friend that don't have to talk to you every single day. Like I don't have to have a conversation with you every single day. I don't have to do all of that. Our friendship is solidified in the fact you know that I love you, you know that I care about you. I'm gonna be there for you, when I need to be there for you, but you might not hear from me all the time. Like I'm that person. And I feel like there are just certain people like that. So that's why I guess maybe I can connect with Jordan on that level of as far as the friendship portion of it is concerned. And I'm always gonna hype her and Harper up all the time. I don't like Harper, but I just like the idea of them together. I feel like Harper would have been a much better person if he had been with Jordan. I feel like we would see him in a different light.
He's too busy. He was an insecure man. He's too busy trying to compete with Jordan and try to be with her in the first place. That it would have been a tumultuous situation. Harper just needed to just be with Harper, honestly. He just needed to be with Harper because if he was with Jordan, he would be comparing his career to hers. It was never going to be a satisfactory moment. I just wish they had when just when they got their little rocks off in the broom closet. Let's just get this over with. Just do that.
I feel like they would have pushed each other. I felt like he would have pushed her and she would have pushed him. I felt like they would have pushed each other to hit their goals.
Yeah, okay. Ashley, when it comes to Christmas and gifts and whatnot, do you prefer a real, actual factual present? Somebody put some thought into it and said, hey, Ashley, I saw this and thought of you. Or do you want money and gift cards and I can do with it as I may? Which one?
Baby, I'm a coin queen. Like I like the cash. However, there is nothing like a thoughtful, well-considered gift that someone was mindful of you and paid attention to you, and presented you with something that, you wanted, but maybe didn't vocalize. I'm a romantic at heart. I'm going to lead to like an amazing gift that is thoughtful and somebody really paid attention. But I like the coins too, that. But yeah, I'm going to say a thoughtful gift would win by a slight margin.
EJ, what about you? Which one?
Honestly, it depends on who it came from. If it is from my husband, then I am gonna go with a thoughtful gift. I think I would enjoy that more. If it's from anybody else, shout out to all the people who want to give me gifts this year. If it's from anybody else, give me gift cards, give me money, give me stuff like that. And that's just where I'm at with that. I don't necessarily know how many people I talk to enough that might be able to give me something thoughtful enough for me to be like, damn it, wish they had gave me the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, besides my husband. So I know he is going to be on point.
I am a sentimental person. Don't give me no gift card. I don't want that. I don't want that. And if you try to give me a gift card or some cash or something, it better be a nice card with a nice. You better write me a 4-page letter like Aaliyah up in there. I want thoughts and stuff in there. I am a gift person. I want a gift. I want, I saw this and thought of you. This had Tyra all over it. I want a gift. Gifts, donations. Dr. Umar, I want a gift. Okay?
That shocks me about you, Tyra. That is nice. That is so good to know.
Why does it shock you, EJ?
I don't know. It just shocks me.
No, in every other sense, I like a good coin. Okay? I like a good coin. When it comes to actual gifts, I am more on the sentimental side, and I would prefer an actual present versus like this is just so, random. You can get this and give this to anybody. It's just not a lot of thought behind it. The thought of, like, oh, you gave me, this could have been a $25 gift card. Is this a $150 gift card? Okay. There's that, but I prefer the sentimental option, actually.
Nice.
I'm just saying.
TP, get that fruitcake.
Fruitcake?
TP, somebody not getting a fruitcake. Have y'all ever had one? I've never had a fruitcake.
I've had fruitcake. It's not anything. Anybody? I tried it at the same time I tried some eggnog, child. But we get here. She can't go hard. Also like an office party type situation.
Mm-hmm.
She can't go, Harper. She can't go. She can't go. The ugliest cry put on
And still fine. Oh God.
Child, they go make him cry in these movies. Every single quarter of a Best Man film. That's one of the check boxes, one of the hallmarks of a Best Man franchise. Lance gotta cry. Okay, he gotta shed some tears. Baby, she went down. Mia, got everything into working order. What I did appreciate about her situation was that everybody kind of said goodbye to her in their own way, and she closed as many chapters and filled them in the only way that she could. Even in the end, still trying to make sure that Lance, most of all, was okay. You need him. I don't need him. You need to. I need to go my own way, knowing that you're okay. You're not harboring any resentment, not just for me, but for Harper, because at the end of the day, you do need him as your friend. And I really do like the conversation that she had with Quentin. They were smoking their weed, and we found out his mother had cancer. Whole full circle type of situation. EJ, she can't go, Harper. She can't leave. She can't go.
Man, when I tell you that I had the ugliest cry, like no matter how many times I watch this, I always have the same feelings and emotions. And I think that's like the best part about this entire especially about the Best Man holiday in specific, but the franchise in general. But I always have those same feelings. I could watch this probably in an hour and still feel the same thing and still cry just as much as I cried 2 hours ago when I watched this. I don't know why, but it's just I always feel it. I always feel like it's real. I love his ugly cry. I love the fact that Mia, like, she got everything in order. I love that for her. I love that we got this closing out of Mia, even though we didn't learn a whole ton about Mia, because Mia's character always kind of surrounded around Lance's character. But we never really got a lot about her. I still felt a connection with this character, and it was what it was when it was all said and done. I ugly cried. I ugly cried with him, and he's still fine, ugly cry or not. He's still fine. I will rub his head. I will give him a hug. I will rub him in the back and say, woo, 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 whatever needs to be done. I will do what he needs to do. Listen, what if he needs? If he needs something to make me feel good,
I give him some head or whatever you need, baby.
I try to keep it PG, okay? You know what I'm saying? If he needs something to make him feel good, I'll make him feel good. Like whatever you need, Lance, I got you, boo boo.
I'm sorry. Let you say something else.
It's okay. It's okay because it was there. Whatever he needs.
How did you feel about just us losing Mia, the way they went about it in the film and how it was executed? Even the funeral. I love the funeral and the callback before Harper gives the eulogy and they're singing I think it's Stevie Wonder's Always. It's the song from the previous Best Man film. We have Anthony Hamilton there and Marsha. It was a beautiful full circle moment. I like how they went out. Did you shed thug tears, Ashley? Because you're a crier too.
I didn't cry today when I watched this.
That's sad, Ashley.
She's a martyr. She was self-sacrificing. She lived her life to please others. It wasn't a life well lived for me, and that is tragic. It just I don't know. I was like, okay, like it was sad, but I mean, even in this, it couldn't even be about her. I really kind of got pissed. I was really pissed that they were doing all of this bickering around this woman that's dying. Like, you trying to fight, you trying to cuss, you fussing, you doing all this stuff. I'm like, can't her death even be about her? Everything, her life, like EJ was saying, was so centered around Lance and the relationship with Lance that did she even get to live? And then she had all the gaggle of children. So it's not like she even got to devote that, but her life again. It reminded me of Miss Millie and damn Gone with the Wind. Like, you on your deathbed and you worried about how everybody's gonna get along. Oh, don't hate Scarlett. You know what I mean? It was a cautionary tale to me. It was a cautionary tale.
I didn't say none of that.
No, it was and she was giving Annie an invitation to life. She was. She was. You can't leave me, Annie. No, you can't. I won't let you. You can't. You can't. Like, yeah, it was Mama, I did love you. It is giving Annie an invitation to life. She lived all her life to serve with a smile.
I just think she was a devoted wife, y'all. Why I gotta be like that? Some people want to be devoted wives and mothers, and they're not necessarily.
No, there's nothing wrong at all with being a wife. It's just the way that she was written. The girl who I would love to be a kept woman. Okay, I'm not the Jordan of the world. I'm trying to aspire to get more like Mia every day. But it's the other aspects of Mia and how her life kind of unfolded to where it did kind of feel like, in college, of course, there was some ambition. She comes in, she's a good girl. She comes to work on time. She does a good job. I ain't hooking you up with that virginal good girl. And then it's just kind of like her whole life just surrounding him. It would have been nice, especially with her kind of going out here, that we did, flesh her out more and we did know more about her beyond her being Lance's wife and her sleeping with the best friend. We don't know anything about her. We don't know anything about her, but yeah, it doesn't seem like a happy wife, happy life situation if we spent, the earlier parts of the relationship only really being concerned with the fact of, I love this, aspiring NFL player and all this good stuff, but he cheats on me, does me bad, prays about it, and I take him back. And then once we get into, our middle ground, okay, we're getting into our 30s. He's about to, kind of lean a little bit back from the NFL a little bit. And, we about to, start a family, get married, have children. He's about to take us serious now. Stop cheating on me finally. And then we have this bomb drop of me sleeping with the best friend and getting my vengeance all those years ago. So that's hovering over the marriage already. Even though Lance is keeping it cool, he is still angry and still mad, but he just projects it only to Lance at this part. And then when we finally maybe get into a comfortable place where it's not all just about the football and that he is the devoted, the husband I always knew he could be, wanted, the God-fearing, good man, Savannah. Oh, I'm just going to die. No, goddamn. Goddamn. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, y'all.
She was very much a martyr. She was very much,
Let that lady live. Like let that. Can I live? Can she live, y'all? That's all I was saying. That's all I was saying. But we get it, and Harper, honors what he said. He is there for Lance in the end to pick him up, and we just kind of lean into the ending of the film. Now I hadn't watched this in a moment. I didn't remember him delivering the baby. I did not remember him delivering the baby and what that was kind of supposed to mean for his relationship with Harper. It's kind of like I didn't like how they kind of made it an eye for an eye situation, even though this was supposed to be a beautiful situation. With us losing Mia, we get new life through baby Mia and just some happiness in this time of grief, and Lance just feeling like maybe everything is going to be okay, and it's just a big inspiration. But the way that they pursue the delivery and the breached, and I gotta put my hands in there, like you put your hands in my wife, I put mine in yours. I was like, I don't like that. Has Robin not been through enough? Leave that lady alone. Leave her alone.
And Robin was blessed to have them hands up her cooch. Okay, go Robin.
Actually, what did you think about the way that we kind of ended off this film and the light moment of us getting a new Mia in the midst of us losing our wife Mia?
What they say in Game of Thrones, only death can pay for life. So, I mean, I guess, it was poetic or whatever, one life ended and a new one being brought into the world, into a broken home eventually, because we know Jordan and Harper ain't going to last. But I mean, the truth is the truth, but go Lance.
What did you think? Did you think the way that they handled the pregnancy and the delivery, was it appropriate, or would you have wanted that to just be because I didn't want them to make that moment. We always find a way to circle back and make the moment about the guys and their broken friendship instead of it being about the woman. This woman is in the backseat about to deliver a breech baby. I've had a breech baby. It's not a good experience. It's just like, well, I can do it. And it's just there was room to make it about, yeah, you had my wife and now I get to have yours in a different way. But yeah, I'm all up in that thing. Like, let's not put that.
The story is very male centered. I mean, that's what, that the best man, that's what it is. So I don't expect much. If I can be completely 1000% honest with you, I didn't give a damn about that baby, her giving birth to it. We could have went without it. I didn't need it, but hey, maybe that's the thing that they needed to cement this brotherhood. But girl, I don't care. I don't give a damn. I mean, I'm glad you had the baby and it was safe. It's a movie, y'all, but
I said, I don't give a damn about that. EJ, were you here? Did you think it was a beautiful moment? How did you feel about the delivery? And how did you feel about our new baby Mia?
Yeah, so first and foremost, Robin has never been important to me. Let me just keep that 100. It's always about Robin is only here because of Harper. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only reason why she's kind of here. So I always expect stuff to surround Harper and Lance's friendship. Everything has always been about Harper and Lance's friendship. So I didn't have no problems with that. And I knew that we were going to do this because of the moment that we had when he talks about how Faith was a breech baby. That was the only reason for them spinning the block on that. So I knew that was eventually going to be the thing, right? So I didn't really have a big issue with it. I thought it was, I knew they were going to name the baby Mia. I was like, okay, they better name this baby Mia because if we don't, then what? And so I love the fact that they named the baby Mia. I love that Lance and Harper are able to, get back to where they were. You know what I'm saying? Like they're able to mend this friendship, and it was through life, and he was able to, like they were able to have this full circle moment. But as far as just Robin and this baby, and I'm kind of like Ashley. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Boy, y'all some cold.
I'm
messing with y'all. That is the film, y'all. That is The Best Man's Holiday. I'm gonna leave us off here. EJ, what do you want for Christmas?
All I want for Christmas. Okay. What do I want for Christmas? I just want. Man, honestly, in my older years, all I want is health, happiness, and wealth. That's it. Nothing else really matters at this point besides like materialistic things. Because if I can have all of those things, I can get all the materials that I want. So that's it for me.
Ashley, what do you want for Christmas?
I do, but can I first answer Dane? Because Dane, you would never test my Game of Thrones lexicon. Let's not ever do that. If you go back to Game of Thrones, when Khal Drogo has his situation and Dany makes a deal with that damn witch, she says, I told you, only death can pay for life. Which is why Dany had them demon babies. So just FYI, never come from my Game of Thrones history. Okay.
Don't entertain Dane. Do you know?
What do I want for Christmas? I agree with EJ. I want health, good mental health, and wealth, baby. Let's keep it all on the LTHs at the end. You know what I'm saying? I want all of those things. And just good health and success for my friends and family. That's really all I want for Christmas.
Good to know. So OG Mia had to die for them to mend their little raggedy friendship. Rude.
I don't think that was the point. I don't think that's why they mended their friendship. But okay.
Yeah, I'm good on the Christmas. I just like a peace of mind. That's it. At this point.
That's right.
That's good though. That's always a good thing.
Do it every time.
It don't have to be a big piece, just a a slither. When you say, give me a cake. Just give me a little slither of cake. Give me a little slither.
I want a hunk of cake.
Girl, get the whole pie. Get the whole pie piece, okay? Take all the pieces.
Oh, y'all are an absolute mess, but I love it here. We are also all the time, every single Saturday, doing our watch-alongs. Before I dive into what the watch-along will be for the up and coming Saturday, we are also looking for things to do retrospectives on. If you guys could drop down while I am running the ad for our watch along, and I mean drop down, not in the chat, y'all, because y'all know y'all be listening. Not in the chat. Not in the chat. Everybody drop down in the comments where you are and let us know if you would like for us to come back and do a retrospective, like per episode for the Best Man final chapters and kind of close this out. I do have a solo review, throwback review, child, when I was on the bed, y'all, for the Best Man, and now I did the Best Man's Holiday, and I wouldn't mind talking about the final chapters because I didn't at the time that it was on TV. So drop down in the comments down there, y'all, so we can see them and take notice of it if you want us to come back and do a little situation for the final chapters like we did here for the holiday. But speaking of our Saturday night watch alongs, this is what we will be watching, and this is AJ's who is AJ? This is EJ's choice. This is EJ's Choice, y'all, and we will be right back.
You're a liar, Curtis. You sleeping with her and everyone knows.
Your voice alone is too special. The dreams can cross over.
Dina's beautiful and she's always been beautiful. But I've got the voice, Curtis. I've got the voice.
When you're famous, I write great things for you. Curtis says it's the best thing for you. Effie, do it for me.
I'm very happy all of our family is here tonight. You know, there really aren't 3 dreams. There are 4, and we're all here to sing that song for you. Effie.
All right. We're your dream girls. Absolutely, Darfelina. Make sure y'all drop down and let us know if you guys want us to come back for the Best Man final chapters. And if you want to be a part of the Discord and the membership and all those things that we do over there, be sure to become a member of somebody's channel if you want to join us next Saturday getting into Dream Girls, which is just us singing, because that's what we're gonna be doing. But ladies, wrapping this up, is there anything that you guys want to promote individually, some things you have coming up before we get out of here?
Y'all, tomorrow night we are dipping back into Anne Rice's Immortal Universe. We will be doing a watch along at 7:15 Eastern Standard Time of the Mayfair Witches, episodes 1 and 2. So, I mean, if you want to come over and see what it's hitting on, come over. We're trying to see something real quick.
Always trying to see something real quick every single time. EJ, what about you?
I don't really have anything right now. I am going to be working on some uploads here shortly. So at this moment, I don't have anything. So just keep your notifications turned on and I'll be uploading some things. And yeah, this was great, guys. This was fun. Oh, I forgot all about that, girl. Yeah, I do have Club Eden tonight, girl. I was about to go to bed. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do have Club Eden tonight, y'all, at 8:45. So here soon. Make sure to come and check that out. I'm gonna go rewatch this episode because I forgot about it. But yeah, if you're into All the Queen's Men, then definitely come hang out and let's talk about it.
Yeah,
Thank you,
and
Ashley. I
with
appreciate
the, with TV having its ups and downs, there are so many things that have come out that we had a chance to talk about because maybe we didn't have channels or maybe we just missed the boat on. So drop down in the comments after we end this live and let us know if you want us to come back for the Best Man final chapters, and also let us know in the comments what you would want us to come back and do a retrospective on. We are considering bringing back the Insecure retrospective, but to what fanfare? Let us know in the comments if you are here for any of that. And if you didn't see our retrospective for Insecure season 1, go back and run those lives up. They are definitely available, but we would definitely see you guys tomorrow for Mayfair Witches. And be sure to join over there in the Club Eden and whatnot and have a good time with EJ tonight. Y'all have a good night and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening in the lane? Snow